Evening, ladies and gentlemen. CoinReturn again, playing some Kerbal space program. From the last video, you can remember I rendezvoused with my satellite when I was trying to rendezvous with the lander. Ran out of fuel. It was quite depressing. I managed to get that vessel back to the surface safely. Redesigned a new one. We're back to an asparagus-style lift-off vehicle. For those who don't know, I'll be able to explain it better when I actually, make a ship and then I record it. Basically, you want to set up, the way I have it set up, I use 5 Rockomax 64 tanks and 5 mainsail engines. We have 1 tank in the center and then 4 hooked up symmetrically. We set up the staging so diagonally opposite 2 will fall off in the first stage, the other 2 diagonals will fall off in the second stage, and you feed the fuel from the first stages into the second stages into the center. What that does is lets all 5 of your engines run off of those first 2 tanks. Once those first 2 tanks are empty, you drop them. Then you're using 2 tanks to burn all 3 of your further engines, then you drop them, and by the time you're left to your last tank, it's still full. You don't make it up to space with no fuel left in that last tank. It's really nice. You lose all that weight you don't need floating around. But that is the satellite right over here, 4.6 kilometers away, and right over here it is, the lander. It's what we actually want targeted. I don't know why it wouldn't let me select it from the map menu. But you can see we got that first intersect up there. It looks like we're actually going to start separating, so I might counteract that, which I believe I should just be able to. No, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like that at all. Nope. Maybe we'll just stay. Working by eye. What I want to do right now is cancel our velocity relative to the target. So we'll line up here. You can just click this button a couple times to get to target, and I'm just going to drop this to 0 real quick. Oh, now we're going the other way, but that's fine. That works. And this pink, I don't know what they call it, virtual horizon, is now pointing directly at this guy. So I can accelerate at him. He's 12 kilometers away. So we're gonna open it up. Move at him pretty quickly. Now we're going to want to switch back around, so as he gets close we can cancel our relative velocities, which should put us in a nice orbit matching him, because right now our orbit doesn't look so good. Starts closing in, we're going to start accelerating. I think I might have overdone it with that first burst. It's up again. Slower down. This map. Yeah, see? Right back up. It's a beautiful thing. We can actually see it. Oh, isn't she a pretty sight? How are we gonna do this? So you can tell, oh, one great thing about how I had set up the lift vessel. As I was taking off, managed to get into a relatively circular orbit right at the 70-kilometer mark. I got my periapsis, or my apoapsis, at about 73, 75 kilometers. Kept the periapsis, whatever. Kept that sitting pretty at 68 kilometers. So when I dropped that last tank off, it was in a orbit that would take it right into the planet, so I didn't have to worry about it. She took care of herself. Getting close. So I don't have any debris to clean up. Basically, as long as I have, and I have plenty of fuel left in this to drop. And you can tell I changed how I have the pod set up as well. I've got the 3 parachutes thrown in on the sides. I have 3 solar panels hooked up to a battery, and then this ion engine. So I would be able to charge this baby up, and I mean, just comes charged. But worst case, I would be able to maneuver this pod around and not be stuck in space, or hell, even get closer to this guy. So I didn't have to try and fly again. Probably at the point where I should be switching to just using my RCS ports. The what is that, reaction? But I like to live dangerously. I know my thruster can actually too fast. Knock that thing off its course. Not be a good thing. So I guess we'll do that. I'm not a master of these guys yet. I'm still getting used to how to control them. And the orientation always drops off. So right now, if I try and fire up, you know, that actually is really close. I didn't think that was going to work. And you want to try and balance them. You can do it as you first set it up. Keep your center of mass right in the middle. It'll give you the easiest time controlling them. We're getting in there. I'm thinking we're going to throw Bob at it because he looks terrified. And then Bill, because we're going to save Jebediah. Because whoever hops in there is not getting back to Kerbal. Kerbin. Why can't I get that right? So, 12 meters. That is probably close enough for an EVA. I've never done a successful EVA. I mean, I took Jeb out last time and he got to dance on the satellite, which was kind of cool. It's my first experience with them. Oh jeez, how are we gonna do this? We're using 2 hands right now. That's how we're doing this. Oh god. Yep, okay. That threw me off a little. So we'll 2 hands is terrifying. This is not something I've ever done. If you can't tell. Wish I had set up docking ports on that thing. Alright, let's slow down. One last thing, we'll cancel our velocity, which is the other one. Nuts. She's getting away. Oops, wrong way. Back to 0. Alright, well, we'll call it close enough. So Bob, let's EVA this bitch. Alright. So, we let go. We want to turn our suit RCS on. And what is up? Shift, oh god. Forward. Why is that thing at a weird angle? I probably should have figured out where the door is before I did this. There it is, there it is. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And grab. And board. Boosh. Look at that. Can we spin her? Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Do not hit the other guys. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten so close. I'm going to send them way off track. Oh, there's no control surfaces on this thing. She's big and she is mean. So here we go. We will lock her in. Fire the engine up. So, first rendezvous. You know, took a few tries, but it was eventually a success. With my quick save and quick load errors, this is actually my 4th rendezvous, and it does go much smoother with practice. Wow, this thing had tons of fuel left. Whoops. Well, whatever. Well, Bob, it was nice knowing you. Go back to the last pod. I wish I could set a position on land as my target point. I'll try and land back at the space station. Can't even tell you where it is. Is that it? Is it right here? I think it's right here. Let's find our... There she is. Spin it around. So it's right here. Want to start burning just as we pop over this horizon, something like that. What are we looking at? Oh, we're actually in the atmosphere, slowing down. Ooh. I mean, that's what we're trying to do anyway. I really want you to go faster. Is it here? Or is it here? I should pay attention when I take off, shouldn't I? Learn that we take off from Africa. Twiddle my thumbs. Alright, I don't know what to do next. Next we're either going to try and start building a space station, which could be interesting. Or we're going to try and land on the moon. Nice and simple. I've never successfully gotten a mission to the moon and back. That is not something that has ever been in my wheelhouse. So I should probably... I mean, building a space station is basically just rendezvous after rendezvous, bringing it up piece by piece. Maybe I will build a space station and then launch a moon mission from it, which would be kind of cool. Oops, that's burning the wrong way. Wow. Also never played at 4 times speed either. So cut it down. Ooh. I'm gonna want to overshoot it, right? So that parachute can go off. Something like that. We'll figure it out. I'll be close enough. I'll be closer than I expected. So, we don't need either of these. Let's spin wildly because we're madmen. Yeah, I think we'll start building a space station next. I don't know if I will start recording until I'm docking. It'll be another just short video. It'll be my first attempt at docking, or maybe I'll start recording as soon as I get that first piece up there. But either way, you guys have yourselves a great night, and we'll see you next time.